The UFC has been the most successful MMA organization for the past several years thanks to two things it never fails to deliver: compelling storylines and WTF moments. These WTF moments are the unbelievable instances that happen in the octagon. 2021 has seen its fair share of shocking moments inside the UFC. Some of these moments have made the year one of the most remarkable in the promotion's history. With stunning upsets, gruesome injuries, and awe-inspiring knockouts, it's reasonable to say that 2021 won't be forgotten anytime soon. With that in mind, here are the 5 unbelievable moments that transpired in the UFC this past calendar year. Jorge Masvidal gets baptized. Jorge Masvidal did the UFC a solid when he saved the main event of UFC 251 by stepping in on short notice against Kamaru Usman. As many expected, the underprepared Masvidal got out-wrestled by the champ en route to a lopsided unanimous decision. 9 months later, the UFC returned the favor by granting Masvidal an immediate rematch without having to earn a win. There was a lot of buzz surrounding the matchup, and many wondered how fully prepared Masvidal would fare against the dominant welterweight king. The outcome was absolutely astounding. Masvidal promised fans a highlight reel KO, and to be fair, he would deliver on that front. However, little did he know that the main event will indeed end in a dramatic finish, but he'll be on the receiving end of it. In round 2, Usman's right hand found home on Masvidal's jaw and Gamebred was knocked out cold. In his own words, baptized. The water flying off of Masvidal's head as he crashed into the canvas just made the KO more dramatic. But more importantly, Usman just proved that he's one of the scariest fighters in the promotion by showing new parts of his repertoire. Jakari Souza gets his arm broken. In the lead up to UFC 262, Andre Muniz talked a big game when he said he'd make quick work of Brazilian legend Ronaldo Jakari Souza. Muniz beating a 42-year-old veteran isn't inconceivable, but what made him so conceited was his claim that he's a better grappler than Jakari, a man whose bread and butter is an impeccable Brazilian jiu-jitsu game. Little did everyone know that it wasn't just all talk for Muniz, and he's going to make good on his threat. Fast forward to fight night, Jakari looked incredible from the jump, but as the bout went on, Muniz started to gain control of the action. Moments before the first round ends, Muniz caught the legendary Jakari in an armbar. With Jakari refusing to tap, Muniz cranked as hard as he could until his opponent's arm snapped like a twig. Just like that, Muniz did exactly what he said he would do: out-grapple a legendary grappler. Glover Teixeira wins the light heavyweight title. Traditionally, the octagon is an unforgiving place for fighters past their primes. Prior to 2021, no fighter outside the legendary Randy Couture had been able to win a UFC title after their 40th birthday. That all changed at UFC 267 when Glover Teixeira choked out Jan Blachowicz to claim the UFC light heavyweight title just 2 days before he turned 42. Heading into the event, many believed that the Brazilian didn't really have a good chance to beat Blachowicz and was merely given a title shot out of obligation, but boy did Teixeira prove some doubters wrong. After victories over Dominic Reyes and Israel Adesanya, it appeared that the Polish Hammer wasn't going to relinquish the crown anytime soon. However, Teixeira was able to take Blachowicz to the ground almost effortlessly, and once the fight shifted to the ground, it was all Glover. The Brazilian then went on to take the champs back and secure a rear naked choke to submit him late in the second. The UFC doesn't normally produce feel-good moments, but this definitely is one. Juliana Pena upsets Amanda Nunes. Juliana Pena talked a truckload of trash in the lead-up to UFC 269. The Venezuelan vixen boldly declared that she'd take the fight to the seemingly invincible and consensus female GOAT Amanda Nunes, make her uncomfortable, and grind it out for the win. A huge segment of fans dismissed Pena's statements as mere pep talk or even lack of self-awareness. However, if we'd only given Pena the benefit of the doubt, we wouldn't have been as shocked as what had unfolded in the co-main event of UFC 269. Heading into the title fight, Nunes closed as the -900 prohibitive betting favorite. In other words, odds makers were certain she had a 90% chance of winning. Come fight night, it appears as if it would indeed just be another day in the office for Nunes. The Lioness handily won the first round after dropping Pena twice and finishing the frame in a dominant position. However, tide shifted in the second when Pena decided to throw caution to the wind and engage Nunes in a firefight. After trading hammers with each other, it soon became apparent that Nunes received the worst of the exchange as she wobbled while Pena stood solidly. Once they clinched, Pena successfully took Nunes down, took her back, and locked in a rear naked choke to score a monumental upset. The Las Vegas crowd erupted with a thunderous roar while commentators Joe Rogan, Daniel Cormier, and John Anik were in utter disbelief. Not many gave her a chance, but Pena never doubted her own abilities. In her own words, "I'm not surprised, motherfuckers!" Conor McGregor breaks his leg. Win or lose, Conor McGregor has been featured in some of the biggest WTF moments in UFC history. That said, it shouldn't be surprising that the Notorious was responsible for the most unbelievable moment of 2021. Unfortunately for him, it's something he undoubtedly would like to forget about. McGregor's year started off badly when he was TKO'd by bitter rival Dustin Poirier in their rematch at UFC 257. When the UFC decided to book an immediate third bout between the two, because, of course, they did, the Irishman was offered a chance at redemption. But instead of getting his win back, McGregor suffered what is possibly the most devastating loss of his career. Just before the first round ended, McGregor was sent crashing to the ground. After the buzzer, it quickly became apparent that this was not a regular knockdown, as McGregor remained on the ground while several officials went to check on him. In an exceedingly unlucky turn of events, McGregor planted his left leg awkwardly and snapped his tibia and fibula. Defiant till the end, McGregor tried to save face by telling Bruce Buffer to announce the official result as a doctor's stoppage rather than a TKO. Things went from bad to worse when McGregor got a hold of a microphone at the end of the fight. He hurled several insults at Poirier's wife before he finally was taken out on a stretcher. Which, by the way, was the exact manner in which he predicted Poirier was going to leave the octagon. Unbelievable to say the least.